This time, on a special episode of Diaries, Sam tries the new outdoor wind tunnel.
Sorry, mate.
Kyle expertly describes a monorail.
It's a bit high.
We meet a dog.
This is Rosie.
I finally get a taste of life behind the wheel of a racing car. And Kyle does a great job of telling everyone where we are.
At the Beaulieu Motor Museum.
Okay, I suppose we better get started. And we know what that means. Montage. So let's start from the very beginning. We all jumped into John's Land Rover and headed out in the morning. Should have been a work day, but, well, non-uniform day and outside of work. Can't argue with that, really. We got on the road. When we had arrived, it was clear that Beaulieu had sent a welcome party for us. And her name was Rosie. I suppose I better explain where we are. Apologies to this. This is my first piece to camera in a while. So, today we find ourselves care of Cadley Garage and John Horsley, who's hiding. It's not difficult for him to hide. We find ourselves at Beaulieu Motor Museum. Nice little day out. Amazing place. And we got some access to the workshops as well, which was really cool. More on the workshop stuff later. Yeah. You will get a look inside. We might give you a little bit of news about what's going on with the racing as well, but for today, it's a bit of a special episode. We started by heading over to Cars Made Famous on screen. This is going to be a bit different because it's mainly going to be raw footage. So just sit back, grab a cup of tea and enjoy. That was an occasion where the villain's car was cooler than James's. Doctor Who? New York, Paris, Peckham. Yeah. You're about to hear a pretty good impression. Top Gear zone. You get several pandas in there. It's a bit quicker than the race car, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the most annoying noise in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was incredible.
That's the high. That's been everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, that was
sunk in the sea and everything.
Well, they put it on top of a building and demolished the building, didn't they?
And it still started to run.
Japanese.
So look at your fingers. Take his fingers.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's as crude as you'd expect.
Sydney well with that on there.
The future of transport. Wonder why they had to cut those roll bars.
Doug!
Yes! Wing wing.
Notice how much room they got between the flanges. They must have been on a tight track.
Oh yeah, the Kazakhstan episode.
That would have one time down if they hadn't
Destroyed it from the word go.
destroyed.
Yeah.
High mileage, Shannon.
Get in these, I think. Drive them all. Get in.
Freaking cold it
It's freezing. I'm gonna put his hat on.
Put my hat on.
In fairness, that Bentley looks proper.
One what you wanted with it.
Oh, it just makes you think that I would have won it if they hadn't done that. Another one. Wing spotting.
Thermals. You
You took the mick out of me for wearing
Why are you
thermals.
wearing thermals? It's a museum.
You weren't filming that way.
What's that?
It was cuddling Sam.
Oh, I've just realised I'm going to be going backwards.
What? So it's Phil.
Bugger.
Oh, that'd be good.
Might want
Here's the coldest man here. Yes.
Don't do that. At least let us get to the other side first.
Oh, it's warmer in it. I can feel it.
There's Cadley Garage, look.
There it is. Oh, there it is. It's a bit small. People look like tiny ants from up here.
That's the car that Don drove. Don Wales.
Nice. Oh yes, this is
There's Sam's next car.
Silk Cut Jag.
Nice. Dragster. Fueler. Top fueler.
Top Fuel. And back out into what I can only describe as
Arctic conditions.
the Arctic.
Just bear with me a second.
Yeah. What's going on with the Civic?
The Civic is no more. Civic's sold. It's gone. Only up the road though. Sold it to a friend. And we've got another car. Yeah, we've got an Integra.
See what goes on there.
Why you ask? Why have we got an Integra?
Yes, why? Sorry, why have we got an Integra?
Why? Because just for regulations and stuff, we've the hot hatch was getting a bit silly with the rules, so decided to change up and just go with what engine should be in the car, because I'm committed to building an engine for the EK9. So put it in what it's supposed to go in, and it might be able to race something else in other, series and stuff. So yeah, and because it's not an import, it opens up a lot more of what I can do. So
Cool. More to follow.
yeah.
This is a Knight. This was designed by an engineer who lived in Farnham, which in a straight line from here is only probably like 14, 15 miles away. And he developed this, and you'll see there's a picture of him on the wall there, and he's only got one wheel on the front. And he quickly realised that he could figure out the Ackerman principle, and he had a four-wheel drive. Right, now, this is a Mercedes 60 horsepower. But is it? Really, we know underneath the skin, it's really a German Daimler.
And I've got 20-inch wheels.
Nothing's new. We got bigger ones.
Just a spoiler on that.
Yeah.
The seat in the back is called a dicky seat. Now, I guarantee you, if you sit anybody in there and you use this car to its full potential, when you get to your destination, they won't be here. They will be gone. Somewhere. This is not a replica. This is one of the 6 used in the film. This was the one used in Water Scene. Hence why the radiator is painted and not brass, because the water would have affected it. This one. They all look the same. There's one that lives on the Isle of Wight, which sits on, I think, a Defender chassis, but it looks like this car. When he owned it, it was white. And when the late Lord M decided to buy it or take it in or whatever, he painted it blacky red, which he gave it this sort of look. They made less than 300 of these cars. You can see the sign here, make engines with the air, sea and the land, that's there. Actually what it is really, it's a little temperature gauge in there when you sit it. There. Supercharged, 2 big carburetors, blower on the front. This is an autovac. What this does, because a petrol pump could not keep up with this, because you'll get about 6 to 8 to the gallon out of this at full flow. So this remains full up with petrol all the time, so it's self-cycling to feed the 2 carburetors. Steering at low speeds, very heavy. But once you get a move on, you're away. And you can buy one that hadn't seen service for 150. Brilliant little car, really. Designed. We've got a GTI I'd like to donate. Are you interested? That'd be great, thanks. Brilliant. So what happened was, the truck came along with some pallets on with its body on it. And then boxes galore with all the bits in it. Because what had happened, like often happens, somebody had started to bring it back to reality and then got a bit fed up with it. So we thought, well, that's brilliant, because we had a young trainee at the time called Tim, and we said, Tim, we've got a little job for you. We're going to put the car together. And this is the result of it. This is Berners and Pets, and this is really what this is the deluxe one with the indicators. Right?
Oh,
Get that in the Mazda.
yeah, that'd do. That'd do.
Yeah, that fit. Well,
It would fit probably.
yeah.
That's about right.
And you said, I'll come to look at cars because I think I'm going to buy a new car. And they said, well, this is this one. This is the Jaguar XK 150, and it's £2,035 on the road. It's got the XJ 6 engine in, double overhead camshaft, The only thing you have to be careful with, change the coolant every year, make sure the timing chain tensioner is tight at the top, otherwise it rattles and you could have disaster. And they said, oh, 2035, yeah. What's that one? He said, now this is the new one, Claire. This is called the E-Type. He said, oh, totally different, isn't it? He said, yeah, it's a totally different car. Similar engine, it's the same engine as the 150S with 3 carburetors on. He said, how much is that? He said, more money. He said, how much? He said, well, that one's 2035, this one's 2036. It's another pound.
Proper stuff.
Okay, 200 mile an hour something. We've got both engines there in this car. I'm going to say both engines.
What's the size of the wheels on that bloody thing?
First one in front, we've kicked in, start
Yeah, I'll put you on.
Do you want to do 200 miles in that?
kick in, turn that one over. Massive engine. I'll show you when we go in the workshops and we've got one of these. We took the engine there, as I say, both engines there. The engines originally came from the ship. They're Gold Narrow, Spirit, Clay, Phantom, Shadow, Seraph. It's got a V8 6.3 V8 engine, definitely not stressed. It's very stress-free car. Easy car. The instrumentation on there is very minimal. You do get the brolly, by the way, in the front. Instrumentation, you get a speedo, you get a rev counter, temperature gauge, and a fuel gauge.
It was at this point we headed into the workshops as a bit of a treat. John had managed to organise a behind-the-scenes look, and it would be a good time to say thanks to Mike for a fantastic tour.
This is the front. Hey, do you fancy timing that lot?
Yeah.
That's your job, Sam. That's what you're good at.
Don't miss a cog, whatever you do. Don't get a tooth. They're an airship, right? This is way back in First World War time where they had these airships, they had these engines, massive engines running them. And then when they became obsolete, the engines were still used, and what they used them for was powerboat racing. Now, at one time, these went over to Detroit, and there's a river in Detroit River, and the crane operator was not the best crane operator, and he dropped the boat it was in, and it sank. So one of these was underwater for some considerable time, which didn't do it any good. Now, to start these engines, you don't turn them by hand or anything, you start them with compressed air. And compressed air, it's very much like a distributor, and you see these lines here, that's the compressed air lines. So that's what actually turns the engine. Yeah, there we are, 28th of the 1st, 1918. So this was when this was no longer required in the airship, you know. So, and these engines have been stripped and renewed. The valves, the sinting's all been done. So when we've done this and put this back together, we will then start on the next one. And here are the lines for the compressed air, which we've had all renewed. The olives in that put on the back. But you can see the amount of work that gets involved in them. You know, it's a tremendous amount of work. This 350 something has not been run for 50 years. And what had happened is that when they decided, let's get it going again, what should we do? Let's tow it round the block, they thought. Well, I don't know if you know about castor oil. It smells lovely when it's being burnt on a speedway track. It's brilliant. I think they should bottle it and sell it. You know, ladies would like it, guys would. And this engine had been under castor oil. And if you leave castor oil for any length of time, viscosity gets thicker and thicker, and it ends up like treacle. You know. So anyway, brilliant idea. Let's tow it around the block and get it going. Yeah, go for it. So they go around the block, and all of a sudden, there is a bit of a bang. Well, more than that, hell of a bang. And that came through the side. That is a conrod. Two of them, we can't straighten it out. It's what we call knackered. So that's what happened. I thought, oh God, you're through the side of the block. So then we decided, or Beaulieu decided, whoever it was, I'm not sure, that they would do their best to get it up and running again. So anyway, so it's up and running, and we ran it for the first time after 50 years, and fingers crossed, it's brilliant, you know, it really does. The downside was, somewhere in its history, it lost the gearbox. It lost the gearbox. But what we've done, we've got this gearbox in it now. This is a Bentley 4 gearbox. That's not the Mark 4, the Bentley box is called the 4. And that is constant mesh or crash box, whichever way you like to call it. You know, that should cope with the power that this 350 puts out. You couldn't put a single mesh box on that, you know, it just would not cope with it, you know. So you all know about going up the box is a piece of cake. Going down the box can be a little bit sort of, you're going to enjoy.
We get some old cars in there.
You do? Yeah. But so you know the double clutch, off the gas, on the clutch, in the neutral, do the back on, and it goes, magic noise.
Or it goes.
There you go, they're playing tunes today, they're all in there somewhere.
You doubt yourself thinking, did I get that here or
Yeah.
not? Oh, hang on, I'm coming up to the junction.
Now, as I say, now going back to Castle Wire. The Castle Wire, so what we had to do, of course, this had a separate. When we actually took it out, and what was in there was this. And we think the last guy to use this to dip the oil dropped it. And he thought, sod it, I'm not getting that out. So it's been in there, and we worked out, if the guy was 20, he's now 102. And if he wants his screwdriver back, he's got to have an idea.
But it is the fastest screwdriver
It
in
is
the
the
world.
fastest screwdriver in the world. It doesn't look much, and it's got a bit of a kick to it, but it's still there. So hopefully, when we're waiting.
This is cool. Beaulieu's workshop. A bit like Cadley's.
So a little bit more money's worth of vehicle in here. What do we reckon to Beaulieu then?
Cool. The guided tour was good.
Yes. Guided tour was good. Many thanks to what's his name, Mike. Many thanks to Mike. Bike Guy Diaries.
I'd have one,
I quite like the old pod.
but I just wouldn't have a fast one. I just have one to them around it.
That's me. 6 in Super Sport CBX 6 in handles like boom. Oh.
PSA.
Go along, so you're clutching this side, and then you want that with your legs.
sums me up.
I've got the jump out. It's complex. It's always seen that about the dog. Okay, a little to the road. The main corner from Beaulieu Garage's fire department busy. Road regulations were then rather lax, and without the MOT test, car owners often allow their tyres to wear through to the canvas before replacing them.
Welcome to
The early
Cadley Garage.
engines required rebuilding regularly, and around every 500
tyres?
miles, valves had to be
Not a
ground
problem.
in and cylinders decoupled.
Hello, mate. Not sure about your friend. So this is just the right size for John Horsley. Anyone else? Well, bit small. Shouldn't take the mick really. He is paying for this.
Yeah, we're only joshing.
Talking of John Horsley, now would be a really good time to say thanks to him, and Cadley Garage, and Beaulieu for having us.
What's happening with the Mazda, Doug?
What's happening with the Mazda? Loads of stuff at once is going on at the moment with the Mazda. We've got rear wing, racing seat and harnesses, rear suspension to do, all the suspension links, diff carrier,
Diff.
possibly diff, but that's funds permitting. Yeah, and a few other little fun bits as well, I think. And then a track day in July.
I don't know.
Sam doesn't know, I don't know. But track day booked some point in the summer. But wing and seats and harnesses and all that first.
Safety first. Safety
Oh,
first.
steering wheel. Removable steering wheel, and that's why I got onto the whole
Harnesses,
harness
seats.
bandwagon, because I don't want to impale my face.
Rearrange your face.
Don't want to rearrange my face with the steering wheel, so I've got to get a harness in there first.
Oh. What the hell is... Someone's got like a front of one car on another car.
Is it too much for you to handle, Sam?
Yeah. It's like got like a funny rear... on the front end of like a...
Rear wheel steering, isn't it?
Don't you dare.
Yeah, so we
Nice got twin actually.
there he is again. It is. Yeah. Coming into the summer evening.
11 stud head.
Well, hopefully you've all enjoyed something a little bit different and had a few questions answered. See you on the next one. Cheers, guys.